Hi, my name is Mr. Tektite, and this is a little video to help you get your NCR Ranger combat armor into Fallout 3. When I first found this mod, I found it kind of annoying that there was no videos to describe how to do this, so I spent about an hour figuring it out. It's not as hard as it looks, but when you don't know what you're doing, I can see how this looks annoying or like confusing. New people won't know what they're doing, so I'm going to help walk you through it. Bear in mind, I don't make videos like this ever. This is the first one I've ever made, and I might ramble a little bit or stutter slightly because I'm not used to doing this, just a bit out of my comfort zone. I usually am a streamer, don't need to record videos. So anyway, first thing you're going to need for this tutorial, you need to have Fallout New Vegas because they did not include the materials or the textures for this armor in the game. Uh, for Fallout 3, obviously, because it's a Fallout New Vegas thing. And the creators of this mod did not include those materials because they want you to go buy the game. They don't want, like, pirates or whatever. So I got my game through GOG, and I'm going to get back to that, but I'm just letting you know that if you're using Steam, it's not that different. Just the only difference is going to be the install path, but it's just as easy to find. So once you have Fallout New Vegas installed, then you need to go and get fomm because we're going to need that for extracting the files that we're going to need for this. So I'm going to include the link to this download in the description, so don't worry, it's down there. Just go grab it and then come back. Once you're done with that, we can begin extracting. So when you download fomm, it's going to ask you where your directory is. If you don't know right off the bat where the directory for your game is, just go click up here when you have your game selected and go to manage installation, not verify and pair, show folder, and it'll give you the path that you're using for this. So easy, no pain, no fuss. So once that's done, however, set it so that fomm can see it. Say yes to when it says, do you want me to create these new files? If you have fomm installed already, then hey, bonus points to you. I personally use Nexus Mod Manager for my mods down here. We're not going to get to that yet because we need to get you set up with your stuff through fomm. I don't know how to do it with Nexus if it's even possible. So when you have fomm open, you have all your stuff in front of you. Go to Tools and BSA Browser. This window will pop up. Now, after you get that up, and before we continue messing with this, I want you to go over and I want you to make a file on your desktop, or just do it straight on the desktop. That's fine. But uh, make it take a spot. Excuse me. Take a spot so you can put the files you're about to extract somewhere. You don't need to do it in folder. You can do it on the desktop. I did it on the desktop. It's fine. Now, once you have that folder open, go into your BSA browser, and you need to find Combat Ranger NIF, Combat Ranger FNIF, and Combat Ranger Go NIF. Don't worry, I'm showing you how to do that right now. Those are going to be inside your data meshes folder. So watch closely. Click open. Go down to, where is it? Meshes. These are all the meshes for the game. Now you're going to type in Combat Ranger, all one word, and F, Go, and NIF, or F, Go, and, well, the three NIFs are right here. So go ahead and drag those off to the side. Stick them in the folder or off to the side, either or. And then it's going to ask you for, it's going to tell you to put these in a specific folder. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead and do this one too because they're in the same place basically. So you're going to grab Combat Ranger Helmet and Go, which are right here as well. Uh, I would recommend the desktop for this part because you can get these confused very easily, actually. Uh, so it wants you to go into Fallout 3, Data, Meshes, Ranger, Armor, Combat Ranger. Now, it doesn't tell you right away you need to create Ranger, Armor, Combat Ranger because that's a New Vegas thing once you get the meshes. So we're going to go into Fallout 3, which I already have open right here. If you don't have it open, go into GOG or Steam. Click on your Fallout 3. Then go to Manage Installation, Show Folder. Now this is the folder right here. You're going to go into Data. You're going to go into Meshes. You're going to scroll down and create a file named Ranger, because this isn't here normally. Create Ranger, create Armor, and then you're going to create two files. One is Headgear and one is Combat Ranger. Once you do that, you go into Combat Ranger and you drag and drop these files that you just rolled over into there. And then back out. If you haven't already, create the Headgear. Go in there. And you do Combat Ranger Helmet. You have to create this file as well. And then you drag and drop the other two files you just pulled out into here. Once that's done, you're about halfway done. We still got a lot more stuff to do. I almost cursed. It's a YouTube video. Now, close what you're doing here because you're done inside of the mesh folder. Now, we're going to back out of here real fast so I can get back to where we need to be. So we're going to be going back to the Fallout 3 data folder. I'm just going to leave that. Then we need to go down to the textures for this. So we're going to click Open. Textures. Yeah, this is all the textures for the, well, it's half of the textures probably, because there's another texture file. We're going to be going to textures 2 as well, but we're not there yet. So when you're in textures, go down and type into the search bar Combat Ranger, and you're going to grab the regular Combat Ranger here. You're going to grab where is it? Combat Ranger M, and you're going to grab Combat Ranger N. So go ahead and drag those off to the side. So you got Combat Ranger N, Combat Ranger M. And then you're going to grab the CR Helmet G and then N. So CR Helmet G, N, right here. Let's drag those off to the side. These are all of our textures. Once you do that, you're going to back out real fast. And you're going to click Open. And you're going to go down to Textures 2. Now, it's going to ask us now for the Apparel NCR Ranger Combat Armor. So, I know it's annoying, but just go ahead and type that out. And you're going to grab Combat Armor, and you're going to grab Combat Helmet, and drag those off to the side. Don't mix them up with the files we just put out, though, but it's going to be kind of hard because they look different. Now, once you do that, we are basically done with fomm. We got everything we need out of it. So you can just lower that, you're done with it. Now, you're going to take the files that are right here, and you want to go into your, where is it put? Textures, Armor, Combat Ranger. So we're going to go into Data, Textures, Armor, and you're going to need to make a new file named Combat Ranger, because Combat Armor is not what we need. So you're going to go into Combat Ranger once you've created it, and you're going to drag all of these directly into here. Yeah, okay, I did it right. So there might be a cut in the vid right here where I make sure I put everything in the right spot. So after you're done putting everything in Combat Ranger, you're going to go to Fallout 3, Data, Textures, Interface, Icons. I know it's a mouthful, ain't it? So we're going to scroll down to Interface, Icons, Pip-Boy Images, apparel, and you're going to drag and drop these two guys up into here. Once you're done with that, you're basically 3/4 of the way done with this. So you're gonna get out of all this. I'm just gonna toss these in the trash because I'm done with them. And you're going to open Nexus Mod Manager, or I assume it works with Vortex. I'm not showing you how to do it in Vortex because I don't know if it's the same with Vortex. And you're going to go to the NCR Ranger Combat download. It's not showing me the tab I want. There it is. So you're going to go to the files, and personally, I'm grabbing gloves off because I don't really look at my player model that often, and because I'm about to install something else that comes with this. But you go ahead and click Mod Manager Download, let it download, install it when it's on your list here. It'll add it to the end of your queue. Oops. Add it to the end of your queue. And when you go to launch Fallout New Vegas, or not Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, give it a moment because I need to load it. Loading. Alright. For those who don't know, I will link the mod that is this entire background as well, because I love it. But right now we're just going to go and get the armor. If you follow the directions correctly, you should find the armor in the Megaton Armory. So it's just... I'm lazy. I don't feel like walking the whole way. It's going to be behind the very hard rock door.
Tell my mama I've done my best.
You'll find it up here on the shelf. Yeah, no, lost stuff. You can go ahead and apply it. And you have a nice pair of combat armor from the Rangers. There's going to be clipping issues, I'm just going to note, because again, it's the best they could do. You're just going to have to get over that fact. But otherwise, you can still play the game, so it's fine. There's another mod I'm about to install. I'm going to end the video, and there will be a cut. Alright, so this is separate from the other recording I just did. I just downloaded this, and I recommend it if you are going to use the NCR combat armor. Fallout 3, unlike Fallout New Vegas, does not have repair kits very well. I don't even think Fallout New Vegas has repair kits for armor. And whenever I went to get the mod for Fallout 3, it was old and I didn't like the look of it. There's a mod, which I will link again below, that does a repair fix for the armor, so you can use combat armor of any variety to repair your NCR combat armor. You can just go ahead and go download it. Just download it, install it via Nexus Mod Manager. And when you do so...
Let God sort them out.
Yeah, I know you don't like me being here. So I'm going to go ahead and equip these real fast. I already showed you what they look like. And I'm going to let him hurt me a little bit. God, shoot me. Get it over with. God, you fucking suck. Shoot me. Alright, that should be enough. The helmet still has health, but whatever. So, the Ranger helmet can be repaired with combat helmets, and the NCR Ranger combat armor can be repaired with any combat armor. Just go ahead and do it. I, again, would recommend this if you're going to use this mod, but if you have any questions, just hit me up on the YouTube channel that you're reading this on, or watching this on. I'll check the comments from time to time.